Yo, what's up, you guys? Teddy Striker here, and this Saturday we have another UFC fight night, and it's headlined by Mario Bautista taking on Vinicius Oliveira. And here are my predictions for all the fights on the main card, starting with Dustin Jacoby taking on Julius Walker. And I'm gonna go with Dustin Jacoby getting this done by a first round KO. I feel like Julius Walker on the feet, he lacks a lot of fundamentals. He is very hittable. He keeps his head up, but he doesn't really parry punches or move out the way of the punches. I feel like he's very hittable, and Dustin Jacoby has got some great accuracy, good knockout power. I think he'll clip him. And Julius Walker, like, his main path to victory is with the grappling, but I think a guy like Dustin Jacoby has some great takedown defense, great wrestling himself, and I think he can't keep this fight on the feet and get a stoppage on the feet. But then we have John Matsumoto taking on Farid Basharat, and I'm going to go with Farid Basharat getting this done by decision. And I think his main path to victory here is going to be that grappling. He's got really good wrestling and great jiu-jitsu top control. We have seen John Matsumoto get taken down, get controlled by guys like Dan Arguello, and I believe Miles John was able to control him briefly in their fight. But he was able to actually get a submission over Dan Arguello, and that was pretty impressive. But I think Farid Basharat is a really solid grappler. He's very patient. He doesn't really rush things, and I don't think he's going to gas out either. And on the feet, he's got some really good kicks at range. I think it's best for him to keep it at a bit of a longer range. I feel like in close, Matsumoto is quite dangerous, but if he's able to keep it at the long range, hit him with the kicks, the leg kicks, and those long punches, I think he can do well on the feet. But his timing and his wrestling is what's going to win him this fight, in my opinion. But then we've got Marc-Andre Barriault taking on Michael Olezichik. Like, I'm just going to call him Michael. And I'm going to go with Michael winning this fight by a second round TKO. I feel like he's improved a lot ever since he's joined the Fighting Nerds. He's been getting quick knockouts recently. And Marc-Andre Barriault, like, he's a guy that has been put to sleep, like, recently by Joe Pyfer. He's taking quite a bit of damage. I feel like he's slower on the feet as well. I think Michael has cleaner technique. He's a little bit more fluid, and I think his speed is going to get him a knockdown in this fight. And I think he'll finish Barriault with TKO in the second round. But then we've got Jailton Almeida taking on Rizvan Kuniev, and I don't know what it is with the UFC and Rizvan Kuniev, but they keep trying to force him up the rankings. The guy is in his second fight, and he's fighting another top contender after losing to Curtis Blades, and I think he's going to lose to Jailton Almeida as well. Almeida, I thought he did beat Volkov, but they wanted more aggression from him, and I think we're going to see that here. I think he's going to get the takedowns on Kuniev. He's got really strong wrestling. I mean, like, some of the takedowns Almeida was getting on Volkov were really ridiculous, because it looked like Volkov should have defended, but Almeida was just able to finish. And I think we're going to see something similar here. Curtis Blades was having some success with the wrestling against Kuniev, and I think Almeida can get it done with his wrestling and a bit more aggression this time. And I think he's going to win this fight by a 29-28 split decision victory, because they might try to screw over Almeida. But moving on to the co-main event, we've got Amir Albazi taking on Kyoji Horiguchi. And I'm going to go with Kyoji Horiguchi getting this done by decision. I think he's just a very well-rounded fighter, and I think he's great everywhere. He is really fast on the feet, and I think he might have better striking than Albazi. Albazi is a little bit slower, and he's a little bit more hittable. Like, his defense isn't the best. And Albazi does have some good grappling, good jiu-jitsu, but we saw even in his last fight, Kyoji Horiguchi, against one of Khabib's teammates, like, the guy has some really good grappling as well. He is really great everywhere, and also he doesn't really get tired. This isn't a 3-round fight, and I think he's got all the tools to match Albazi, and I think he's going to get this done. I feel like he's more skilled than Albazi on the feet. He's faster, and I think he's going to get this done by a 29-28 decision victory. But then moving on to the main event, we've got Mario Bautista taking on Vinicius Oliveira, and I'm going to go with Mario Bautista to get this win. I feel like Vinicius Oliveira is just not fighting in his right weight class. I think he's cutting way too much weight. I mean, the guy talked about how he like outside of camp, like he has cut like 23 kgs, which is about like 50 pounds, which is crazy for a bantamweight to be that big. I mean, I think the guy would do a lot better if he went up a weight class. I feel like fighters should fight in their natural weight class, and I think he is going to slow down in this fight. He is very skilled, so I think he's going to start well. He's going to look good early, but I think Bautista, a guy who doesn't fatigue, is going to stay in his face. He's going to make those adjustments, and I think he's only going to get better after that fight with Umar Nurmagomedov. And I think Bautista will secure a 48-47 decision victory. But let me know your thoughts down below. Thank you guys for watching. God bless, and I'll see you in the next one.